Hello and welcome back to Griff Picks. Hey everyone, it's Griffin, and let's talk about what I've watched lately that I can recommend to you. This video is going to be focusing on just kind of a summary of the past year of 2022 instead of just my typical, what I've watched recently and recommends list. So, starting off, we're going to go over my favorites of 2022 in order of release. And let me just say that this is a very, very short list. I hate to say this and to be kind of a downer, but honestly, the way that I feel about 2022 is when we were at the start of the year looking forward, it looked like a very promising year looking down the list of releases for that year. A lot of them looked very promising, and I feel like it was the year of very promising releases turning out to be a lot of letdowns and disappointments and stuff just not living up to the expectation, I guess, or what was presented, in the ads and the trailers. I feel like just in general, in the world of movies and cinema, there seems to be not with everything, not always, but there's like this trend of a lot of style, which you do get points for style in my book. Like you do get points for style, but just a lot of style and not a lot to back it up. Not a ton of substance, not a lot of story, not a lot of like meat on the bone, if you know what I mean. But anyway, back to it. So, very, very short list. But these are my favorite movies of 2022. Number one is Scream 5. I gotta say, I loved Scream 5. I know online I don't know if it was split down the middle, but I know that there was a lot of people that really didn't like this movie for a lot of different reasons. I disagree with pretty much all of the reasons that I heard. I loved the way it looked. I thought all the performances were really good. I don't want to give any spoilers, but there's a kind of a new element, new to the Scream franchise, this new element that they brought into the franchise in this movie that wasn't really present in the other ones that I really liked and enjoyed. Performances, Jenna Ortega, David Arquette, everybody. I would say Scream 5 really made me a fan of Scream. Like, I liked the first one, I liked the second one okay, but I'd never really gone back to rewatch them or anything. I didn't care for 3 or 4 at all, but Scream 5 made me want to go back and revisit 1 and 2, and I like them even more now. Like, they got a new fan. Like, when the new one comes out, I'm there. Number 2 is The Batman. I'm sure this was on pretty much everyone's list. Like, everybody loved this movie. It was absolutely gorgeous to look at. It was dark, it was gritty, very different and original take on Batman that we haven't really seen yet, not exactly like this. The Batmobile in this movie was so awesome. The Batmobile was really like its own character in this movie. I'm sure I said that before. Loved Robert Pattinson in this. I loved Colin Farrell as the Penguin. So, really good all around, really good action. There were points in the movie where you could feel the runtime, but all in all, solid Batman movie. And that's it. Like I said, very, very short list, but I do have some honorable mentions or notable movies from the year. Number 1 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, one of the reasons this didn't make my official list is just because it didn't get a physical release. So even if it was something that I wanted to add to my collection, I couldn't because it doesn't have any release whatsoever. I know a lot of people hated this. I think it's just because maybe they heard something that immediately, like, triggered them or whatever, and they kind of just ran with that. I thought it had really good tense scenes. Leatherface was maybe as brutal and vicious as I've ever seen him. Great on-screen kills, super bloody, gory. I thought the effects were pretty good. Number 2 is X. This one was close to making it, but I would say I really liked it a lot. I just didn't love it. I got a little bit more from the trailer than maybe other people got, to where I thought there was going to be kind of more to it, but then going into the movie, I just felt like it was kind of surface level. Like, there wasn't a whole lot there. It was like, once you got into it, like, you got the full picture. Like, that was it. For what it was great. It was phenomenal. But I'm waiting to see. I still haven't seen Pearl yet. I know I'm late to the party, and then Maxine is due out maybe later this year in 2023, but I'm saying it's probably not going to be out till 2024. Number 3 is On the Count of Three. These are just in order of release, so this was really good. As funny as it was, emotional and heartfelt. Number 4 is Top Gun Maverick. This is another one, kind of like Scream, where I wasn't like a super fan of Top Gun. Like, I'd seen the movie before, and it was all right. But I wasn't like one of these people that was like a big fan of it. It wasn't like one of my favorite movies. But after seeing Top Gun Maverick, it was phenomenal, and I would like to see more. I would like to see them make another one, to be honest. Number 5 is Jurassic World Dominion, the extended cut. Number 6, The Black Phone. Number 7 is Emily the Criminal. Really tense, taut thriller. Aubrey Plaza was so good in it. Number 8 is Barbarian. I thought everybody in this movie was great, and such a cool story. Some people had complaints about the way it was told and that it kind of dragged in the middle, but I didn't feel that way. I saw it in theaters and I was glued to the screen the whole time. Number 9, Smile. Number 10 is Terrifier 2. I really enjoyed Terrifier 2. I really enjoyed the first one. I actually liked All Hallows Eve more than the actual Terrifier. I'm anxious to see what they're going to do in Terrifier 3. Number 11, Hellraiser 2022. It had a longer runtime, but I didn't really feel that while I was watching it. I thought it was well paced. Some of my only complaints in that would be with audio. I thought some of the stuff was kind of low and hard to hear. And number 12 is Glass Onion. And then this one is out of order. I just overlooked it, forgot to put it on the list. But number 13 is The Cursed. Very original werewolf movie, totally different take on werewolves. That was a standout and kind of came out of nowhere, even though I had been tracking that film for definitely over a year, well over a year. I knew it by a different title, when it was doing the festival circuit, which that title now escapes me. It was something for silver, 8 for silver, maybe. Okay, now quickly, I just want to talk about what is on my current watch list for the new year. Number 1 is The Pale Blue Eye, period piece, mystery, horror, thriller. It's on Netflix right now if you want to check it out. Number 2 is White Noise, which is on Netflix. It's a comedy, drama, thriller, I think. That is on Netflix right now as well. The Walking Dead, the 11th and final season, which is on Netflix right now. Number 4 is Possession. The 1981 film is actually on Shudder right now. Exciting news. That movie's been on my list for a while. Been trying to track it down just to be able to watch it. And then number 5 is the new David Cronenberg movie titled The Shrouds. This is more of a future release, but I just thought I would mention it. It is in the works, and the anticipated release for that is the end of this year, beginning of next year. So some cool news, some stuff to look forward to. Yeah, here's to 2023. Hopefully we'll have some great stuff coming out. I'm excited about it. Fingers crossed. So as always, thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more. I'll catch you next time. Bye.